So that's what we want to do, is have game versus a lot of different decks, and also try and hate on the decks that are the most represented right now, which I think is Blue-Red Prowess and Burn decks. So it's kind of where we're at. Without further ado, let's jump into the league and see how we do. Let's get this out of the way so it's not covering any cards. All right. We're on the play. That's pretty sweet. And this hand is leaving a little bit to be desired. If we Ghost Quarter ourselves for a Plains, how bad would that be? I think I'll mull this hand, try and start off with something just a little better than this. Alright, that's better. Keep, and we'll put back the... I think we'll put back the Stoneforge Mystic. Here we'll lead off with Temple Garden tapped and pass turn. Windswept Heath. Into a Temple Garden. Interesting. Okay, so this is going to be Heliod combo, if I had to guess. So, how do we want to best approach this matchup? We can go ahead and play Ghost Quarter, take out the Temple Garden with the Utopia Sprawl on it. That might be better than just playing a random Stoneforge Mystic turn. But it would also set us back as well. Just gonna play Forest here. And I guess we want a Batterskull. It's possible that we want Sword of Feast and Famine for the discard. Seeing as how they are a combo deck. I'm gonna grab Sword of Feast and Famine here. Not sure if this is correct. Doing this under the pretense that they're a deck that cares about the cards in their hand more so than the life that we would gain off the Batterskull. Ranger Captain goes and gets Walking Ballista. Okay, so we now have an answer to the Walking Ballista. However, they can use it in response. Here, I guess our best move is to go ahead and take out the Temple Garden. Okay, there's another Ranger Captain. Or another Walking Ballista. Go ahead and put Sword of Feast and Famine out. Here I think we have to shock this in. And playing Archon of Emeria I think gives us the best shot of not getting comboed out next turn. Because if they have another land, they can Collected Company. Could also hold up Path to Exile. We could equip Attack. That doesn't really do enough here. Just gonna play Archon. Pass turn. All right. Guess I'll go ahead and attempt to equip this. Attack with my 4/5. Oh, when this triggers, let's go ahead and always yield to that. They discard land, we untap. We can cast one spell this turn. If we play Ariok Champion, it just probably dies to the Walking Ballista that they have in hand. This is tricky. I guess we're just playing Beard and Forge Tender here because I want to leave up Path to Exile. Spike Feeder. That card does demand an answer. I think I'll just chump one of the Ranger Captains. And we'll go ahead and path the Spike Feeder as it is half of their combo. They fail to find a basic land, so it looks like they have all their basics in play. We drew a land ourselves. I think we want to play a Plains here. Go ahead and play Ariok Champion. And here we can attack with both Stoneforge and the Archon of Emeria. They discarded one of their Walking Ballistas. This looks like collected company. Maybe it's just a very large walking ballista. So they go ahead and take out the Ariok champion. We do gain 1 life. We're gonna take 6 on the ground. Okay, Night of Autumn pretty timely here. Go ahead and take out Walking Ballista. They send 2 damage at us. So I think I need to hold back Stoneforge Mystic this turn. Our opponent has to discard yet another card. And I can't play a follow-up Night of Autumn because I've already played 1 spell this turn. Skyclave Apparition, that sucks. And Spike Feeder. Guess we're taking 6 here. We needed Collected Company to be our hit. What's the best things that we can Coco into? Obviously, I think we're going to cast that. Well, okay, they'll block with the Skyclave Apparition if we attack. We have already shown our opponent that we have something to do with our lands. They'll definitely block with the Skyclave Apparition because they can kill us on the crackback. So we're probably pretty close to scooping here. I think I needed to hit 2 Skyclave Apparitions to have a chance even. We can actually Skyclave and Night of Autumn gain life. It might be worth it. I think I just need the creature, so I'm gonna go ahead and Skyclave their Skyclave. And this I'll use to gain 4 life. Okay, if I go to 1 here, that puts me super dead to Walking Ballista. I can block and trade with one of their Ranger Captains. I do have another creature in hand. I guess I'm gonna block and trade. Okay, Horizon Canopy represents another card. Sorry, Sword of Feast and Famine gives protection from green and black. Just blocked away lethal right there. We did. We sure did. I wasn't thinking about that. Wasn't thinking about that at all. Now if they have removal spell, this is bad for us. And we untap. Guess we have to play Night of Autumn here. Oh, I'm in the damage step. Draw before untap. Okay. Should have done that before untapping. Then the forest would have been untapped anyways. Welcome to Clown Town, Slayerfall. So we'll jump back to 8. Looks like the opponent hit land. Let's try and hit one of our paths. Okay. That was pretty close. Now they could have something like Collected Company in hand. Let's hope not. Okay, so a couple mistakes that game for sure. Protection from white should be pretty relevant here, so I think we just want to cut Batterskull. Don't really think it matters a ton in this matchup. Leonin Arbiter actually does quite a thing here. So we need to cut 3 cards. Archon seemed pretty helpful there. The Forge Tenders can come out. Yep. We need to cut 1 more card. Can see cutting an Ariok champion as well. Welcome in the last guide. Shout out to you for actually showing me this deck list months back. It's still the only deck that I've ever 5-0'd with. And I wanted to try and run that back because I feel like the meta is in a similar spot right now to back then. Guess we'll cut one Ariak champion. Okay, this hand, I guess we'll keep. Another Coco. Okay, there's Heliod. So Heliod is indestructible. If this said Exile, that would be way better. Guess we just want Archon here and hope they don't have it. Oh, thanks, Magic Online. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. We can go after the forest with the Utopia Sprawl on it. Then they can't make a 2/2 ballista. How bad is that play? Sets us back on mana. I think we just go for Archon here and hope they don't have it. Path to Exile for the Archon? Sure. Let's grab basic planes. Swinging with Arbor Elf, that's a good sign. And they didn't pump with Pendelhaven, so I'm not sure what that means. So we actually have two outs to the Utopia Sprawl right now. We have Night of Autumn and Ghost Quarter. We could Collected Company try and hit Skyclave Apparition for their Heliod. That seems like a pretty good play. I think I'm going to go ahead and play Ghost Quarter here. Okay, we did get the thing, and we got Leonin Arbiter as well. Skyclave and Leonin Arbiter is what we want. Pretty lucky. We get to strip mine the opponent. And pass turn. That was pretty lucky that they just found another one. If it ever became a creature, we could path it. I think we want to try again. With Collected Company to find another Skyclave apparition, and we did. This time we'll get Archon and Skyclave apparition. A third Heliod. Insane. They're at 14. If we path the Arbor Elf, they would take 12, 10, 8, 6. They would go to 6. Puts them on a 2-turn clock. They have 2 turns to find Walking Ballista. Also gives them Collected Company mana. I think I'm gonna do this. And there's Pathway, and they scooped. Cool. Quick little round of shout outs. Want to say thank you and happy Monday, everybody hanging out. For those that don't know, my name's Chuck, also known as Basiclandshark here on Twitch, streaming Modern and Magic Online for your enjoyment. Hope everyone's having a great day. Great afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. On the play. Hooray for that. Play is where we want to be. See what kind of hand we get. I'll keep this hand. Lands and spells. Guess we can lead off here with plains. Pass turn. Looks like a burn deck to me. Yep, they suspend Riftbolt. Not sure why. Okay, not sure why Magic Online was trying to make me skip my turn there, but it was. So Ariok Champion should be really impactful here. We'll go ahead and play our plains. Jam that. Thank goodness I didn't skip the turn. Opponent plays Basic Mountain and a Lava Spike. So it looks like they do not have a creature heavy hand. They have the spell heavy hand. If I Ghost Quarter now, that sets us back quite a bit, but I don't think they'll play Basic Plains. That means we won't get to Coco on time either, so I think I'm going to take this opportunity to play Ghost Quarter here. And then Archon. We gain a life. I don't think I attack with the Ariok champion in case they have creatures next turn. Okay, Skyclave Apparition has no targets yet. I think it's still worth it to play here. That lets us play our Temple Garden tapped. See if Archon gets through. No legal targets for the Skyclave Apparition. We go to 13. Lightning Helix. We go to 10. Our opponent jumps to 21. They still have 3 cards left in hand. At some point, you would think that they would have to play a creature. Unless it's an unconventional burn deck. There's Swift Spear. We'll gain a life, go back to 11. And we'll block here. Hopefully they do not have the Skull Crack. It's a card they might have. If so, they needed to use it there. Ooh, second Ariok champion. That's tasty. I could forego the Ariok champion here. Play sword, go to 10, equip sword on the Archon, start making them discard their hand. Could also collected company. We're not going to have to do that, they conceded. I'll take it. We want the third Beard and Forge Tender versus Burn for sure. I think we want the Sword of Light and Shadow because it can gain life as well. Sword of Fire and Ice, maybe. Protection from red seems pretty good. And what are we cutting here? I guess we can cut. Mirren Crusaders. And perhaps we can cut a Path to Exile. I think I'm down with cutting one path. Yo, Manadork, welcome. Happy Monday to you. What's going on? This hand has a bit too many lands and doesn't gain any life other than potential Batterskull. We never. So maybe they just won't be ready for it. Just working, trying to stay awake. Yeah, no amount of caffeine was gonna get me through what I just did over the weekend. I'll talk to you about it in the Discord after the stream. If you remember, send me a private message there. Because I got a story to tell you. I think I'll try this hand out. So I kind of want to save Path to Exile for Eidolon. Ooh, Collected Company was a good hit there. Whoops. I meant to play that as a green source, a painless green source, and I clicked the wrong version, so that was a punt. We should have Noble Hierarch on the battlefield. Looks like the opponent... Okay, I was going to say they may have kept the one lander, but they have a second land. With 2 cards left in the opponent's hand, I just don't think I can afford to go to 12 here on this exchange. So I think I'm okay giving them another land. Especially considering that one of our lands is Horizon Canopy and the other is Temple Garden. Here, let's go ahead and grab Batterskull. We'll be lucky if Stoneforge Mystic makes it through the turn. Hard casting Rift Bolt puts us to... Ooh, they're going to use that on Stoneforge Mystic. Alright. So that saved us 3 points of damage. Another Ghost Quarter. We can Apparition their Swift Spear. Sounds like a plan to me. Ship the turn. They have Lightning Bolt. Alright, Knight of Autumn to the rescue. Let's attack first. Actually, yeah, let's play Temple Garden tapped here. Combat, swing for 2. Knight of Autumn. They have 2 burn spells here. We're dead. Skullcrack. Alright. So they Skullcrack. We go to 3. We're probably dead. Currently we are 1-0 in the league. We're also up a game in this match. Them playing Goblin Guide there is a pretty good sign. So I really think their last card must be land, otherwise we would be dead. So their last card is a land, otherwise we would be dead. So I guess here we play Batterskull. Unless we could Collected Company and find another Knight of Autumn, try and gain some life. I think the Batterskull play is just extremely risky, especially considering that they have another draw to find it. So I think I'm going Collected Company here instead. Knight of Autumn to the rescue, please. Ariok Champion and Stoneforge Mystic. We do gain a life. So now it has to be Boros Charm. Should have stacked those triggers a little differently. And I think we want Sword of Light and Shadow. Could be wrong. Maybe we want Sword of Fire and Ice. I think I want sort of light and shadow here. I'll attack with Knight of Autumn. They went ahead and blocked with the Goblin Guide. Searing Blaze. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, it looks like they didn't find what they needed. Hopefully it's one of their 3 damage burn spells. Yes! Faded getting burned out there. On the play. Hell to the yes. I guess I keep this hand. They have Luris. They're showing me Luris. Luris could mean a few things. I'll keep this hand, and if it is hammer time, Knight of Autumn should come in handy here. If it's Death Shadow, not sure what we're gonna do about that. Maybe hope to draw a Path to Exile. Looks like Shadow. Basic Island. Okay, it's Mill. Okay, so this is a little bit tricky because now Stoneforge Mystic opens us up to getting Archive trapped, even though we don't have any other ways to search through our deck. They have 6 cards in hand. I guess we want to play the Boulder Loft Pathway. Play Big Knight. I'm down with that. Tizard, how are you? Welcome. Speeds up the clock. They themselves need fetch land to remove it as well. Looks like they playing first, or they're playing crab first and then land. Alright, opponent hit Sword of Feast and Famine and a Mirran Crusader and a whole bunch of lands. Oh crap. Okay, so Stoneforge Mystic not doing anything anyways. Guess I'm playing another Noble Hierarch here. We'll go ahead and attack. Double Exalted trigger, so we're swinging for 6. Second main. Play another Knight of Autumn. So we mill 6 off the land drop. Opponent hit Ariok Champion and Path. And a few more lands. And Maul of the Skyclaves, so no more equipment that we can search. We have Batterskull in our hand. Depending what we draw next turn, we could tap out, play Batterskull, just to have another attacker on the battlefield. Alright, they have Field of Ruin, so they're going to force us to search. And it's each player searches, so we don't have a Yume ability. We'll grab a Plains. We mill another 6 cards. Okay, so we don't have any more Knight of Autumns in the deck. They hit a Skyclave Apparition, and we get Archive trapped here. Now they have a draw 3. We have 19 cards left. They had to have another one there. Well, their opponent, the opponent had really good sequencing on that turn. With the visions likely to find the second copy of Archive Trap. I think that's what happened there. Doesn't matter a ton if we tap out for the Batterskull. I think we attack first though. Actually, I think I missed some damage. We're probably dead next turn, but I think I missed some damage here. I could have Stoneforge Mystic and gone for... No, Maul of Skyclaves is right here. Never mind. Was thinking that was an option, but it's not. Honestly, all the opponent needs is another land and we're dead. So go ahead and scoop them up. So for Mill, we won Veil of Summers, all three, and Gaia's Blessing. If you haven't read this card, when Gaia's Blessing is put into your graveyard from your library, shuffle your graveyard into your library. Players can't search libraries. That seems like a pretty good effect to have. I think we want the Leonin Arbiters, and we can cut the we can cut the Stoneforge Mystics. And the Forge Tenders. Batterskull probably doesn't really do enough here. I like this configuration. I don't really want to keep this hand because then I'm showing the opponent Gaia's Blessing a little early. We do have Path to Exile for their Crab and Veil of Summer. Given that we have so many sideboard cards, I guess I'm supposed to keep this, but what are we doing? What are we doing? Hoping to draw another land? Could be a bad idea. Probably should have thrown this hand back. Yeah, I'm not in love with this hand at all. I kept it because we have 2 copies of Veil and a path for their Crab. Here we'll play Forest. Pass the turn holding up double Veil. Oh, I just read this card. When it's put into your graveyard from your library. So I super punted by keeping that. R1 out to this deck and I have it in my hand. And also, why did I just let that happen? Focus. I think I tilted once I read this guy's blessing. And I lost focus. This was 100% a mulligan. So not knowing how the card worked convinced me to keep the hand. Gotta read your cards, people. So it looks like we're getting field and then trapped again. Shouldn't have tapped out. Exact same line as last time. Guess that's a fairly common line with Mill. Let's move to combat. I guess we play Aryak Champion here. Try and speed up the clock. So your opponent has 8 cards in hand. Mesmeric Orb. So we mill two. We mill 3 cards, excuse me. Okay. So I guess I'm just attacking. Attack for 5 here. What is this? Crypt Incursion? Does that still work? Okay, it didn't work. I was about to say. Waiting for the opponent to figure out what option is best. Okay, visions. They're gonna draw 3, go up to 9 cards. It's a little scary. There's Crab. We'll gain a life off that. Go ahead and always yield and always yes. So I think I want to go ahead and path that. They're gonna feel to ruin me now. Oh, should have tapped that for a green. What the? Oh, now I'm screwed. Should have tapped that for a green. Yeah, I just punted again. This game's over. I punted this match completely away. Hey, what's going on, Will? Big shout out. Congrats on 1K subscribers on YouTube. I just punted this match completely away. You're very welcome. I just punted this match completely away. Oh, so angry I kept that hand. Yeah, I'm actually really salty I kept that hand. I had the perfect card against them, but starting with it in my opener, it doesn't work right. Guy's Blessing is supposed to hose mill, but not when it's in your opener. So I kept it because I had 2 Veil of Summers and that card and a Path to Exile for Crab. Completely a mistake. It was a trap. Why did I keep that? Oh my god. Alright, I'm over it. This hand is a little on the slow side. Another Luris deck. Um, Against a Luris deck with Path to Exile in hand, I guess I'm supposed to keep. But this is so slow. I think I'll mull this hand. Just draw into Ariok for turn 2. Alright, I guess I'm supposed to mull this hand as well. This is a 1-lander. Alright, this is much more keepable. We have to put back 2 cards. Collected Company can go. And Archon of Emiria can go. Looks like John's Shadow. If I had to guess. See if they want to bolt the bird. Watery Grave. This might be Traverse Shadow. It could be Milligan with a weird fetch land. Is this Mill again? It is. Search for Azcanta. Alright, I'm very confused now. Search for Azcanta. Is this Rogues? Grixis Luris? I have no clue. I honestly don't know what's going on here. I think we just want Mirren Crusader down fast. Another Visions of Beyond deck? This is Mill. This has got to be Mill. Looks like Mill again. Yep. Okay. Ariok Champion doesn't really do anything here. Guess I'll play it. We do have Exalted, that's a thing. I gotta stop thinking about the last round. That was so triggering. Okay, I'm a stupid person for doing that. Um, I should have not searched my library. Float mana to crack Canopy first. That's, I guess, was better than searching for land there. Hey, Kitty Fox. How's class going today? Hey, Thorn of Wrath, thanks for the shark bites. You know what we do with those. Are you ready? Are you ready? Nom 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 nom. Appreciate the shot in the arm. Another land, not what I was looking for there. Crypt Incursion, oh no. Ah, boo hiss. Boo. Our opponent just went up to 39. Is that even an out? Is this drown in the lock? Yep. Save night for bridge or orb. Too late now. It's already in the yard. Guess the same thing applies with Skyclave Apparition. Trap is an instant, right? I guess that answers that. Yep. Down to 10 cards. You've got to be kidding me. Unreal. None of those. This is actually just game 1. Let's try and find a sword. We have Batterskull. No, we don't have any swords. Well, we do. We can potentially draw Maul the Skyclaves. So let's try and draw one of those. Now we can Stoneforge for one. But that also opens us up to getting Archive Trapped, which they would have cast anyways if they had it. This is so bad. So they're just looking for, okay, they have Glimpse now. We can concede. Alright, they drew Glimpse with the Azcanta. We can go ahead and scoop. Just like before, we're going to bring in the Veils and Gaia's Blessing. I think we can cut Aryak Champions. Well, actually, Stoneforge Mystic, excuse me. Bring all the cards in. Yeah, Arbiter comes in. I think Stoneforge Mystic we cut, right? Or do we want Stoneforge Mystic for this matchup? I'm not sure about that one. Bring in Solas. Sword of Light and Shadow. Okay. Okay, that actually makes sense. This hand is mighty suspect. We don't really do anything until turn 3, but we have Veil of Summer. Mull. What the actual F? Come on, Shuffler. Keep. I guess I'll bottom some lands. Was it really? Apparently, I just don't know what I'm doing against Mill. Two cards to the bottom. Path and Pathway. I think that's the issue, is that I just don't know what I'm doing versus Mill. Oh no, they hit one of our Night of Autumns. Are we gonna get extirpated again? Search for his Kanta. Again? With this draw? Are you kidding me? This is just not lucky. Oh my goodness. Tilt. Again, we drew Gaia's Blessing. Unbelievable. I guess we want a collected company while they're tapped out. We'll take the two Archons. Pass the turn back. Okay, they hit 2 arbiters. Hmm. Let's try and Gaia's blessing ourselves. I guess we want. What do we want here? Guess night apparition. We have 3 knights in the graveyard. I think we go night, and night. That way we insulate ourselves from the card extirpate or surgical extraction. Apparition is greater than night. Looks like they have drown lock, so it doesn't matter anyways. Alright, now Moto is lagging. I don't like that, because that's going to cause me to misclick. Oh, can't play this. But I also showed the opponent that I have a 3-drop in my hand. Crap. They might be able to deduce what I have in my hand. Okay, let's resolve a Mirren Crusader. Gonna cost us 3 more cards. Um, 5 more cards. Our opponent has Polluted Delta. We might get milled out this turn. Hey, what's going on, Stovetop? Great to have you in chat as always. Spoiler alert, I'm a little salty right now because I keep misplaying versus mill and then drawing kind of like lackluster. I have this card to hose them, but I keep drawing it. Here's 1 path, 2 paths. Yeah, the shuffler has been annoying AF. Third path. Wait, how many paths is that? 1, 2, 3. So we still have a path in the deck. Not anymore. Yeah. So they got us. Nothing I can do there. Reading cards is fundamental as well. So not knowing how your cards operate is a good way to mess up. So for those watching at home, read your Magic cards. Make sure you know how they operate. Make sure you know what to look for in your openers and what to mulligan to for certain matchups, because those things can come back to haunt you when you're in a tournament. This hand can't cast spells. We can only Path to Exile. I think I'm mulliganing this hand. This is slightly better. Actually, this is a lot better. This one I'll keep, and I think we put back... Really want to get this Sword of Feast and Famine on this Mirren Crusader and go to town. But I also have cards in the deck that can fetch it. I think I'm going to do something risky and try and go for that as a plan. We'll put back the Archon, with the one caveat that Sword of Feast and Famine competes on curve with Mirren Crusader. So, Polluted Delta. I instantly suspect mill a third time. See, we could have had that Sword of Feast and Famine. The deck is taunting me. A land would have given you options for both, most likely. That would have meant that we would have to put back Noble Hierarch, though. And I want to play that turn 1, so let's go ahead and do that. Steam Vents. So not mill. Don't think Shadow plays Bolt. This might be Grixis Control. Let's go ahead and jam Stoneforge Mystic. And I guess we grab Batterskull here. Unfortunate that we might be playing against a Kolaghan's Command deck. Yeah, I know Shadow plays like 2 bolts right now. So it could still be Shadow. You're right about that, Hendrik. Oh, I see. I see now. Putting back land means the option to have both. Dreadbore. think we're just playing a Mirran Crusader this turn and hoping the opponent does not have a bolt. Or a Snapcaster. Ariok Champion is a good card to have versus any kind of black-based removal deck. So we're lucky that Mirran Crusader made it through the turn. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy Noble Hierarch pre-combat. No counter spell. Always yield to the Exalted trigger. So they must have the bolt. Otherwise, I don't think they would pause here, unless they're considering flashing in Snapcaster. Kolaghan's Command for the Noble Hierarch. Alright, well at least they used it there, and not on our Sword of Feast and Famine. I think I'm going to discard Batterskull. So we're losing our Mana Dork, that means we can't cast the Batterskull. And this kind of does feel a lot like Grixis Control to me. Gonna go ahead and run out Sword of Feast and Famine, which is very risky considering they could have a second Kolaghan's Command. Hence their willingness to fire off the first one on a Noble Hierarch. Okay, Skyclave Apparition doesn't really change much here. I think I'm just going to equip Sword and hoping for the best. They have the bolt, we'll just Ariok Champion second main. Snapcaster Bolt, looks like. It was bound to happen at some point. So that being the case, I guess we were supposed to jam Ariok Champion first to play around that somehow. Not blocking. Okay, they could have a Batterskull, or excuse me, they could have a sword. They could have a Kolaghan's Command in hand here. Trying to think what might be in their hand. They could have another Snapcaster Mage. I'm assuming they probably run some cantrips. Frustration. I really don't want to pitch this Skyclave Apparition, but I think it's better just to play Noble Hierarch. Attack for 2. Try and race them. What if they play a Planeswalker like Jace? I guess I have to play Skyclave Apparition next turn. Hierarch is less valuable. I agree. Okay, Creeping Tar Pit changes the math. We take 2, drop to 9. Path. I think we need to save that for the Creeping Tar Pit. Go ahead and attack with Ariok Champion, put them to 7. Gonna go ahead and play Apparition here. They might be thinking about countering this. Yep. If they don't draw a land, they activate Creeping Tar Pit and swing, we can path the Tar Pit. They shouldn't be able to counter. Barring like Force of Negation or something like that. No attack from the Tar Pit. Okay. I think we'll try and draw a card here. Archon is kind of tight. That can block Snapcaster. We also would go to 6 to cast it. I think we move to attacks. Send in Champion. Let's see if this resolves. Cryptic Command. Also bound to happen at some point. Okay, Ghost Quarter is actually helpful. That shuts off Creeping Tar Pit. Could also draw off the Horizon Canopy here. Night of Autumn, does that do anything for us? It's too risky to cast the Night of Autumn because if they counter it and we don't gain the life, they can kill us with Tar Pit. Don't attack here. It came in just as I clicked submit. But I appreciate you trying to help. Guess we can path in their upkeep. Cling to dust. Sure. So the Ghost Quarter kind of holds the Creeping Tar Pit at bay. Archmage's Charm. Okay. Um. Yep. So we're at 2. Collected Company. We can't tap out for Collected Company because then we just die to the Creeping Tar Pit. So I guess we cast Night of Autumn here. That gains us a life. We go to 3. I think we need to gain even more life though, so we don't die to a Lightning Bolt or a Kolaghan's Command off the top. I think I might have been wise to attack there. Just playing a little bit scared, I think. Okay, Maul we can actually cast. Let's see if it resolves. This is +2/+2 and flying in first strike. Yo, what's up, Dylan? Guess I'm attacking here. They have Fatal Push. That's unfortunate. Yep, that happens. They have a second Creeping Tar Pit. And a Kalidas. And a Kalidas. Actually, sacrificing Ghost Quarter there was just plain silly, because now I can't collected company. Oh, man. Just not thinking straight this league. Well, let's try and hit a Skyclave Apparition. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell. Don't Coco yet. If we wait until they draw, then they might actually be able to counter it. Or even worse, Snapcaster, John on the Lock, or something. We gotta go for this while the shields are down. And we didn't find the apparition I was hoping for. We do get double Stoneforge Mystic though. Batterskull and Sword of Feast and Famine are in the graveyard. So these are just 1/2s. That gain us a little bit of life. Okay, we've got the opponent to 1. They have removal. Kalidas can gain them back up to 5 life this turn. I don't know how we're winning this now. They have 2 removal spells. Our opponent's top decks have been pretty insane. The early turns were pretty insane too. They had Kolaghan's Command twice. So we have no choice but to take 7 here. They could have killed us this turn and didn't. Guess we just need life. Is that because I was supposed to attack? I probably punted there. Yeah, I think I just punted there again. This league, not playing well. I know, because they gain so much life. We can block their zombie. They get another one if I block the Kalidas. Wait, I can block Kalidas, negate the damage, block here, or just take 2. I guess I just take 2. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I apologize for being down in the dumps. Trying to turn this thing around. Cause that's no fun to watch. Thanks for that from the crypt. I really do appreciate it. You are the bestest that one could hope for in chat. One more waste not. See, I don't think I was supposed to attack there because now they do gain the life. So as it turns out, not attacking last turn was correct because they didn't gain the life with Kalidas, and now they do. Oh, and I have to... Alright. What to do, what to do. Active, thank you so much for the raid and the shot in the arm. I hope your stream was awesome. Playing some Arena. Mono red I saw. Is that right? So we can sacrifice the Forge Tender. They get a zombie. I guess the game just assumed that Lightning Bolt was the target or something. That was kind of weird. Now I have to select it. Faceless Having is busted in Standard? Who'da thunk? I haven't seen it pop up in Modern yet. Maybe it's just a matter of time. Regardless, definitely appreciate the shot in the arm. If you haven't checked out Active Gamer Fitness yet, be sure to do that. He streams Magic as well as Teamfight Tactics and a few other games. One of the most consistent streamers I know. I'm just gonna concede here. Wait, we had them dead next turn. What the f- Oh no! I could have blocked the Kalidas. But they would gain the life. I guess I was looking to... I don't know what I was looking to. I think I was supposed to scoop there a long time ago. So I think we want Veil of Summer here. They're a Snapcaster deck. We might want the Rest in Peace. I don't know about that though. I don't think we want the Stoneforge Mystic playing as much against the dedicated the dedicated Kolaghan's Command deck. So let's bring in Leonin Arbiters instead. Cut some of these swords. All except for Maul of the Skyclaves. I think that one's good enough on its own. The other pro black sword. I mean, we actually have... We have Fire and Ice and Light and Shadow. But the thing is that we can actually blank... Well, you can never really blank Kolaghan's Command. Card always has a mode. But we can make their Kolaghan's Commands a lot worse. It might be too loose. Perhaps that's a bad sideboard plan. I think the deck is fine without Stoneforge Mystic. I don't think we want both Leonin Arbiter and Stoneforge Mystic. I'm just gonna run it like this. We'll try it out. 19 seconds. Alright, I'll snap off this hand. Gonna play the plains first. Hopefully we draw a green source. Okay. LEO would be solid. What does that stand for? Because I didn't know what you meant. Brown coat. Leonin would be solid. It would be a solid turn too. We'd have to wait to Ghost Quarter them. Okay, there's the green source. I feel like whatever we play here is likely just to eat a counter spell. And I don't want to get my best card countered, so just gonna play Noble Hierarch here. Bolt. That's fine. Holy shit, I didn't realize that I had 6 minutes on the clock. I've been talking about my plays and not implementing them. There's Coco. So this isn't necessarily a must counter, but hopefully they will. It says Cryptic Command, draw a card. You got it. Okay, so that gives us a window to cast whatever here. So we can tap this for mana. Tap this for mana. Guess we're just going, yeah, Ghost Quarter for a plains, right? For some reason I was thinking that would leave me with 2 lands. I mean, with 6 cards, it's rather unlikely that we get a attack in with this Mirran Crusader, but I think we're doing what we have to do. Okay, let's go ahead and play this. Attack for 2. Actually, that's 4. Play Knight of Autumn. Drown in the Lock. We can attempt to counter that. They might counter the Veil of Summer. Second one, okay. Nope. That's the hope. Hey JP, welcome, welcome. This is just game 2 of this last match here. Pretty low on time. I do want to say shout out to you. Hope you're having a good day. Just got the sweet raid from Active Gamer. Dylan and RX Browncoat are here. This is green-white mid-range. The deck was originally shown to me by the Last God, who may or may not be lurking right now. I know he's working. Okay, that feels like a desperation attack to me. If they can't find Bolt, then this Crusader can go the distance. There, we gotta win. Alright, so I have to play fast. We know that's not one of my strong suits, so I won't be looking at chat this game. How is the deck? The deck is insane. The deck has a lot of game versus prowess and burn. We already beat burn in round 2. So the deck is really, really gas. I would recommend this, that you try it out if you're interested in some kind of collected company deck. It's a little different than the average deck because it plays Aryak Champion in the main and Bjordan Forge Tender in the main, and you get to run Collected Company into Knight of Autumn, which deals with a lot of problem cards, and Skyclave Apparition, which deals with a lot of problem cards. So you have pretty much game against everything. Um, that's to summarize what the deck is about. Um, so I am not going to be looking at chat this game. I'm just going to focus on the deck and the plays so that I don't time out, okay? I have to mull this hand. Keep. I will put back the second canopy. Okay, they might be looking to counter whatever we play here. So let's make them counter a Leonin Arbiter. Looks like they didn't have the counter spell. We'll see if they have the push or the bolt for it. Okay, there's Dreadbore. Hopefully no Spell Snare. I know that's a card they might be running. No Spell Snare. See if they have Snapcaster. Looks like no Snapcaster either. Oh, I could have played Knight of Autumn. Damn. Alright, yep, that's fine. Surgical, they get to look at my hand. This is surgical on my end step. So they start their turn with information about what's in my hand. They know about the path, they know about the Knight of Autumn. What's this going to be? Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay, we need Skyclave Apparition. Damn. Veil of Summer just a turn too late. We'll go ahead and shock. Play Night of Autumn. We will make it large. Play Ariok Champion, pass. Looks like they're gonna Fate Seal us. Okay, going to go ahead and play Archon here. Maybe they'll tap out for Cryptic. Actually, that was a mistake. I should have played that post-combat. So now they can Cryptic and tap the team. Veil of Summer. Perhaps that wasn't a mistake. Gonna put a stop on the next end step. We can draw a card off Canopy. Whatever we do, we need to do it quick. Okay, they got rid of Night of Autumn. Please don't be Damnation. Okay, we got Ghost Quarter for their Creeping Tar Pit. So that takes away that line. I think we attack them here. Okay, that'll be the only spell they can play this turn. And they're going to Fate Seal me. All support is crucial. At this stage of the game, we're just trying to grow our little channel up into something bigger than the sum of its parts. You know, trying to take over the world through the internet. So seeing as how we got some prizes, let's go ahead and open that chest. $35 play points. That's actually a decent amount of play points there. And we also got Avon Mimeomancer from Shards of Alara. We'll read it. 1 white and a blue. Flying at the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a feather counter on target creature. If you do, that creature has base power and toughness 3/1 and has flying for as long as it has a feather counter on it. 35 play points. That's actually like $3.50 worth of value there. So feels good to get a chest with more than 5 play points in it. So that's gonna do it for me. Everyone who came through and said hello, much appreciated. Happy Monday is in order. It wouldn't be a Basiclandshark stream without a happy Monday to everyone. Look for this on YouTube. I'll probably put this up on YouTube since we had a 3-2 record. Even though we punted, pretty embarrassed about that, but you got to put your wins and your losses up there for the people to see. When in doubt, Mardu them out. Wait, what? What? Oh, wait. That's not the saying. That works. When in doubt, mill them out. When in doubt, John them out. I guess we can open up these player rewards packs. We can do that really quick. We have 5 Zendikar looking islands. Ooh, we got an Arcbound Ravager. It's probably not worth anything since it's a promo. That card used to be money. I bet you it's not anymore. The promo is worth a whopping 4 cents. Burning Sun's Avatar. Spam. Stoneforge Mystic. This worth anything? The promo is actually worth 2.88 ticks. That's a first. That's the first time I've ever opened up anything worth anything out of one of these player rewards packs. Thanks, Watsy. Promo Llanowar Elves. There's probably quite a few of those if I had to imagine. There's a promo worth 4 cents, a promo worth 32 cents. So I'm gonna assume this one's probably worth 4 cents, but it is full art, so maybe it's worth a little bit more. Some sweet basic lands. Some more sweet basic lands. That's actually not a bad looking plains right there. I would use that in a deck. Nice lightning island. Full art gutter snipe promo. Not even gonna bother to look that up. And a full art Yohenni's expertise. I doubt this card is going to be worth anything because it doesn't really see play anywhere, but I'm gonna look it up just in case. The promo is worth a whopping 2 cents. Thanks for the Stoneforge Mystic promo, Watsy. I'll probably sell that for tickets.